Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the PokeDads MetaCall.
What
Brought to you
what?
by PokeDads TCG, a Pokemon podcast. Listen to us on now Tuesdays and Fridays for all your Pokemon needs.
I was just making
I am
sure
your
our
host.
audio was working. Sorry. Yeah, see now I'm ruining it. I'm ruining it.
Yeah, yeah. God, you're
Continue.
the intern now.
Yeah, continue. Continue. Go go go.
Yeah, so welcome to the MetaCall. We're going to be talking about how the meta kind of shook up this week, and I've brought to you today a pie chart. You like pie?
I do. I
I
I
like
like
pie.
a lot of. I like pizza pies. I like ice cream pies. I like maybe just whipped cream pies. A lot of strawberry. Oh, cheesecake pies. Well, we call them cakes. Some people might call them pies. Or who knows? But yeah, I like pies, man. Mostly pizza.
Good.
Many
You
shapes
know
and
what I
sizes.
like? I like pie charts. So we're going to be looking at how the meta shook up
I'm a pie.
from.
I'm a bar chart kind of guy, but it's cool, man.
You are a piping hot mess. All right, so from 411 to 417, all of the limitless tourneys with 35 or plus players, this is how the meta shook up. Mew taking 47, almost 48% of the entire winning meta share. And that just feels bad because I thought we were kind of stepping out of that.
I demand a
And
recount.
yeah, right. I mean, the decks with less than not decks, the tournaments with less than 35 players. That wasn't all Mew, but it was still a significant amount of Mew. But the number two most winningest deck this week was Arceus Malamar Vmax, and we kind of talked about this week one. Kind of cool to see it making a comeback. Number three being Arceus Teleon with about 15%. Arceus Doraldon having its win. Arceus Lycanroc having a win. Suicune Ludicolo taking a first place finish, and Whimsicott V Star continues to kind of float around in the meta share, which is kind of cool. So we're gonna go look at decks, and I know everybody was really looking forward to this Mew deck,
I love Mew.
but it's a Mew deck. Um, this was one of the first place lists in the one of the weekly tourneys, as you could see, streamlining the Battle VIP pass, heavy ball search. It does play the basic energy, but no fog crystals, which I thought was
Interesting.
peculiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need I guess should not think of it as PokeDads, but a frog crystal allows you to search for one psychic Pokemon or one psychic energy from your deck. So it's fun times.
Yeah. Yeah, and you would think in a deck where it streamlines Mew and Meloetta, both psychic attackers, that it'd be a multifaceted card. But because of Tord Reklev, who is a very well-renowned player in the Pokemon community, he has kind of defaulted to he playing Switch Cups, which allows you to put a card from your hand on top of your deck, and draw the top card and kind of switch it out like a Rangaru's Primate Wisdom does. So if you're holding all your Fusion Strike energy and can't Elsa Sparkle, Switch Cup kind of allows you to do that, which is neat. And if you're holding more than one stadium, feel like you're about to get pathed out, you can stack a stadium on top of your deck.
Was that the one card you were talking about last week that broke Mew? One card broke it. I had a couple messages about it. They were like, "Hey, what card was Drew talking about that said they added one card and then broke Mew even more?" What was
Oh
that?
no, no, and sorry for my PG audience, but that was just me being an asshole.
Oh,
Because everyone thinks they tech in one card and they break the format.
okay.
There
Never.
wasn't one specific card, so sorry to disappoint everybody. But switching cups is just another item card you can play out of your hand, which does something from you because all they do is draw cards on that first turn, Meloetta. But yeah, cutting back on the Cramomatic, which I don't like because if you get pathed out and you can't search for that stadium with anything else, then you're SOL.
Oh, I feel it's sometimes when you're thinking about losing one card of a 50-50 shot card, I feel like it
Hmm.
is a good move because especially what you said, where what if you doubled up on your stadium cards? This is a good out to have another stadium card ready if you got Marnied and in that kind of situation. So, give or take, but I think it's a player preference for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And hats off to the player that did secure their finish with this deck. Your brain works differently than mine, and I applaud you for it. But yeah, that's Mew VMAX, add one card, subtract another, and it's still a tournament winning deck. And next, we'll go into the second most winningest deck this week, and that is Arceus Malamar VMAX. It's an Arceus box, but it looks like it's got a mild amount of control in it. What do you see in this deck? Do you like?
Yeah, I love the little pumpkin boo back in there. Look at the Pokeboo.
Yeah, no, it is nice to have something to bounce a stadium too. It's searchable and
Can we just? Can we just?
a huge liability.
It's huge, huge, but god damn, it's cute, right?
No, it is cute,
It's a little
and it
action
does,
figure style. I love it. I love it.
and it evolves into Gourgeist, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. So that's good.
But anyways,
Uh,
yeah, I see the hammers. I see the tool jammers. It's tool jammer is super important, especially when it was in Leafeon. I like that to shut off whatever they're doing. If that's air balloon, choice belt. What else is pretty popular right now when it comes to that? I feel like I'm missing one. What's another popular item card that we're attaching to?
you're talking in terms of tool cards.
Yeah.
I really think you hit the nail on the head with Air Balloon and Choice Belt. Those are kind of the most played tools in the format.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought that was in threes,
Uh,
but it's all good.
Cape of Toughness is also very important too.
Oh, I got it. Big Charm. Big Charm. Big Charm is
Yep,
super popular right now. Yeah.
yep, Big Charm definitely makes that difficult too. But my favorite part of this whole deck is the one of Great Ball. You gotta love it. It's the perfect card to let you see 7 cards off the top of your deck and grab a Pokemon out of it. It is the difference between being stuck behind Path to the Peak and not being stuck behind Path to the Peak. Because if you're able to go grab Pumpkaboo with it, you're in there like swimwear.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, so I think that this deck is specifically built to spite Mew, and I like it. You
It
know,
wakes up
and
every
and
morning.
Malam, yep, absolutely. It's like I'm going to destroy Mew VMAX.
What haterade are you drinking? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, and then the spicy Ditto. I love the Ditto tech in these decks. We've kind of stepped away from an all Inteleon format, so you want to have multifaceted V attacker cards, and Arceus lets you charge up a Ditto into whatever it needs to be that turn. So, really cool. I really do like this deck, and happy to see it snag some wins, especially in these bigger tourneys.
Yeah, for sure. And then just a reminder, what does Ditto do again?
Ditto has the V transformation ability that allows you to switch into a V card out of your discard pile, and it basically swaps spaces. So your Ditto V goes into the discard when you swap into whatever V you need to be.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then we'll go into the third most winningest, and this one is definitely a utility box of
It's a good
sorts. And
boy. It's a good
no,
boy.
it's a really good deck, and I really think it's only gets better with time in the form of Arceus Teleon featuring Baby Galarian Moltres.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were on the dog. Whoops. Continue.
No, nope. That only had one win this week, where Arceus Teleon had a whopping 3.
No,
Um,
it's good. It's good.
yeah, it's super searchable. Being able to Starbirth for what you need, Shady Deal for what you need at any given moment it just makes your entire deck accessible to you. It's wildly consistent. It doesn't play the Melanie to get the turn 1 Trinity Nova rocking, but it is still a pretty good deck in terms of playing the Dunsparce, so you don't just get mauled by Urshifu and Lucario. The 2 Sharon's Care to kind of bounce around and keep your opponent at bay. And then it plays the Big Charm or Choice Belt, so you could handle the Mirror Arceus pretty handily. But other than that, man, it's a very streamlined Arceus and Teleon deck.
Yeah, well, with the baby Moltres, though, we've watched people able to pilot without the baby Moltres. We're sacrificing 2 other cards that could help you in the trainer and supporter category. But I know people feel like it's a must-have with Mew. But it has been proven that you could still win with this deck without the Moltres, for sure.
Absolutely. I really think that if there were other cards in the format too with attack like Fiery Wrath without swinging in for Dark Weakness, it would still be playable in a deck like this because you are swinging the prize trade so heavily in your favor. Granted, you're not playing against Urshifu. Because at any given moment, if your opponent has taken anywhere between 4 to 5 prizes, you're able to come swing in with a baby Pokemon, attached choice belt, and take out almost a whole VMAX or at least the heaviest V star. So regardless of the dark weakness, I think that attack is just super worthwhile in a deck that only gives up maximum 2 prizes.
Oh, that's good. It's a good point. I like it.
Oh yeah. And then next we're gonna be talking about what I think is the best boy in the form of Doraldon Vmax.
It's good. Shout out to Pokedad Justin. Ran it in a 1K tournament on Saturday and
Yeah.
finished 4-0-2. So it's
Yeah.
not a bad placement with this
Bad,
guy.
badass deck, badass player. What I do like about this list, and this is the specific list that won, is the 2 Karen's Conviction.
I was about to
Being
say it.
able,
I was gonna jump in
yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, no, this was something that I firmly believe belonged in Duraludon when it first came out too. Uh, During your turn, your single strike Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. So if they've knocked out one VMAX or V Star or one of each, Duraludon's taking huge one-hit knockouts with Karen's Conviction. There is a card called Welcoming Lantern in the format that allows you to go grab single strike supporters out of your discard pile. I think I'd like to see 1 or 2 of those in this deck because it would allow you to grab the mustard as well as the Karens. But nonetheless, the Karen's tech is super sick.
I like it too. It's spicy meatball. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely spicy. Other than that, the 2 of Raihan being able to kind of float that fighting energy around, make sure you keep constantly have it in play. Crushing Hammers is back in the format specifically for this deck, as well as discarding Fusion Strike energy, but that's different. And then this deck does play a 1 of Training Court to kind of promise that that fighting energy stays in play. Good deck, and I think it's an appropriate time to play these special energy walls again with Urshifu making a rise.
That's fine. So as long as we don't see Manaphy, coming around, that gives me Jolteon more love. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. No, there weren't any Malamar wins this week, so I'm thinking that Urshifu and Jolteon are doing the stuff.
Keeping him at bay. All right, now we're at the good boy. Here's the little good boy.
Yeah, no, here is your good boy, and I'll let you go ahead and take the reign on this one.
Oh yeah, man. So we got Arceus with Lycanroc, and it's the fun VMAX that I can't exactly read. What's his main attack?
So it's attack for 1 fighting, hunting claw. If your opponent has a Pokemon with exactly 60 HP, it's knocked out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's bonkers because if you're taking anything shy of a knockout, just get there and Lycanroc will do the thing for you.
I also like the B barrel tech, and we're gonna probably be seeing this a lot for a hot minute because we're losing Crobat, we're gonna be losing Shady's dealings. Having a little beaver is probably our best way of drawing cards into our hands for a year. So it's good that people are prepping for it.
Yep. What I don't like about Lycanroc is
Crobat?
that it has the audacity to be weak to grass,
Yeah.
but only have a 1 retreat cost.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You could at least take an L to Leafeon.
I know, but no, we're good. It's just no. But he's like, I'm weak to grass. I don't need the 1. I like the 1 Avery. I like to everyone is playing the single prize Pokemon or if against Mew, able to remove 2 Pokemon and draw 3 cards is a fun time in my book. So.
Oh, absolutely. I like that. I think an Echoing Horn and a Galarian Zigzagoon in this deck makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Specifically for the ability to be like, oh, well, I need 1 prize to win, and I got to go through, something not weak to fighting, and I don't have enough energy attached. I'll just put a Sobble on the bench, and I'll take it out again. And the Zigzagoon would let you do it to a Bidoof. So
no, and I like that. You easily get rid of the Crobat for that, and then you just got to figure out what to do to add a Echoing Horn to it.
Yeah.
If it's 1 less fighting, I don't. Or you, how important is Sydney? Do you think Sydney is super important?
Sydney is incredibly important because
Okay.
if you're able to path out Mew and then delete the stadium that they currently have in their hand, and Sydney is the reason Switch Cups is in the format, might I remind you.
Okay.
But I think because the double turbo energy is the searchable card you 80% of the time are grabbing with Starbirth, I think maybe getting rid of one double turbo energy makes sense to me because the
Okay.
Lycran Rock doesn't benefit from it and it doesn't play the Hyper Potion to heal this big boy.
Okay. I respect that. That's a good point.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think the deck as a whole is just missing maybe one or two pieces to be like a very hard to get over deck, a lot like Duraludon.
Okay. That's sick. All right, man. We got two decks left, and then we got to pick our picks, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So, Suicune Ludicolo with the Teleon Shady Deals engine,
With one win this week, right?
1 win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. I think. Yeah, it's Suicune. This one's weird because it does play a one on Marnie, but I understand that it's necessary to be able to disrupt your opponent's hand at any given moment. In most cases, you'll see, a streamlined Melanie with a one of Raihan. This
Yep.
one kind of splits the difference and does two Melanie, two Raihan, and then now it has a Marnie. So
But also only two cross switchers instead of four, which is interesting the situation, especially if one's prized. So
yeah, definitely funky. But this is the list of one a deck, so there's obviously merit somewhere in there for sure. And hats off to the player that piloted this because I would not be able to.
I
And
tried.
then we're going to look at Whimsicott again. It's very similar to the last Whimsicott list that we looked at, but now there's a Roseanne's backup.
Speaking of Roseanne, I pulled a full art over the weekend. Let's go.
Ooh, you're almost there to building a Whimsicott deck.
I have not. Whimsicott's the only V star I have and Arceus. But if it's Charizard or Shaman, I'm fine with those.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
Boo.
I like Shaman, man. I think that the Roseanne's backup makes sense because you're able to shuffle a Pokemon tool, a special energy, and a stadium. So you're able to put a choice belt, a double turbo, a Path to the Peak, and a whole Whimsicott or Bibarel back into the deck. Once in the game,
Yeah,
which
no, it
is
makes
going
sense.
to be necessary. Yeah, but it's super super disruptive. The Trick Wind attack hitting for 160 psychic for one psychic and two colorless just bops bears, and then they really have no response to it because they can't do stadiums or special energy the following turn.
Yeah, if any of our listeners slash watchers, if you want to play some control, this is where it's at right now until something funky
Yeah,
comes out. So go
yeah,
ham, go ham. I like it.
yeah. I love an attack and control deck for sure.
Me too.
Um,
All right.
Rick, is there any deck that you picked this week, or you want me to go straight into mine?
Oh, I'll go straight. I'm gonna play it safe. I feel like because of Salt Lake and some other stuff that's going on, I really feel like Mew is gonna be heavy. Even as the North America people that are coming in, we're gonna see live matches online of so many Mew mirrors that your brain is gonna hurt. So I'm just gonna go with the easy call this week. Mew's gonna go against a Mew in the finals. So let's go.
Nice. I think that you're probably not far off on the prediction. I think that Mew VMAX is going to win EUIC. For those who don't know, that's the European International uh, Championship,
And the
and
regionals for first time in 2 weeks. I feel I missed everything.
I know we were so spoiled, and then it was just stripped from us again. How unfair!
But it's
And
good.
then if I were to go play an EUIC, I've been riding this train for a while, but I really think that Lucario is a sneaky card that was released as
Oh,
a
yeah.
promo, and it's gonna. I don't think it'll tilt the format so hard, but I think in a heavy Arceus format, Lucario is incredibly necessary, and it's not a card that gets easily bopped by Arceus in turn, and doesn't really have a huge answer for Mew, but that's why you play the Ditto, and that's why you play the Hoopa to be able to combat those decks.
And
It
I
doesn't
like
secure an auto win, but it is a fun deck.
it is. And one day the PokeDads will talk about it. We've been kind of having fun with each type per week currently. So, and I still need to
Yes,
play it. It's a lot of fun.
yeah. So what type are we gonna talk about this week on the podcast? I'm thinking water.
Yeah, because we're saving grass for last because grass is best.
Yeah, because Gardenias will be out by then, and then it'll be baller.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about it no matter what, even if it wasn't out yet. But yeah,
Regardless.
hit us up on Twitch on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Central, or listen to us on our podcast on Fridays. I'm like trying to end the show like I'm the host. I am so sorry, Drew. Go ahead.
Nah, you're chilling. All right, yeah. So Tuesdays and Fridays we have Pokedad podcast content available for you, and then tune into the Twitch streams Thursday night for the live pod.
And then catch Katana TCG streaming Monday through Friday from a weird time to another time when he's
Yeah,
not busy.
yeah, exactly. When I'm not busy, there will be Pokemon streaming for sure. All right, thanks for tuning into the MetaCall, everybody. Deuces.
Later.